Namaskar. So today I'm in London as part of a workshop, a gathering. So I'll spend 1 hour with you, and after that I have to join the people in London here. It's such a joy to meet all of you here. It gives me immense joy that if there's an opportunity that I can learn something from you guys. When you share your experience, I learn from it. When you ask a question, that inspires me to answer, and I learn from my own answers. The more I teach, the more I learn. Primarily, I'm here for my evolution. It gives a great, immense joy serving others. Because serving others is serving myself. Helping others is helping myself. So let us go to the topic, the continuation of moksha, liberation. Take your pen and paper. We will understand what is moksha from the words of Patanjali, Maharshi Patanjali. There are two terminologies you have to understand, Yama and Niyama. Yama and Niyama. This is part of the Ashtanga Yoga Sutras given by Maharshi Patanjali. So the first step is Yama. There are 8 limbs, 8 steps, 8-fold. The first is Yama. The second is Niyama. It begins with Yamas and Niyamas. So what is Yamas and Niyamas? Yama means principles, perfect control on your principles. Yama is equal to perfect control on your principles of life, perfect control on your life principles. Niyama means perfect control on your day-to-day affairs. Perfect control on day-to-day affairs is Niyama. Perfect control on your life principles is Yama. When you have perfected Yamas and Niyamas, then you are liberated. That becomes your final lifetime. You attain moksha, mukti, liberation. You might ask, sir, yes, I want to be liberated. I want to be in the path of liberation. I don't want suffering in my life. I want to be a happy person. What should I do? So you should focus on the yamas and niyamas. The answer is focus on your yamas and niyamas. There are 5 points in yamas and 5 points in niyamas. Yamas means perfect control on life principles. So 5 points. Please write down. The first point, ahimsa. These are all life principles. So you hold on to this life principles, you are in the path of liberation. When you hold on to these yamas and niyamas, you are in the path of liberation. You are in the path of moksha. Within yamas, 5 points. The first point is ahimsa. The second is satya, truthfulness. Ahimsa. Let us discuss about ahimsa. Ahimsa means non-violence, non-killing, and non-interference. All 3 combined is ahimsa. So your focus is, am I involving in any kind of violence? Am I involved in any kind of killing? Am I involved in any kind of interfering in others' affairs? So this non-interference comes at a very later stage when you're very mature. When you are very mature, then only the non-interference comes. But to begin with, you can focus on ahimsa, non-violence and non-killing. You cannot create any violence to any living beings in the name of sports, in the name of pleasure. Non-violence and non-killing. You cannot kill any animals for your food. You should be in the path of ahimsa. So path of ahimsa simply means you are sensitive. You are sensitive to every living being. You don't take pleasure when somebody else is suffering. So you are not the cause of others' suffering through violence and through killing. So that simply means you are sensitive to everybody around you and every living being around you. So this is the first, this is your life principle. This should be a first life principle, ahimsa. So the next one is satya. Satya means truthfulness. You have to be truthful to yourself. In satya comes authenticity. You speak only what you feel in your heart. You are not manipulating anything. You are simple, straightforward. What you think and what you speak and what you do is one and the same. You are truthful to yourself. Truthfulness refers to yourself, not to the other person. When you are telling a lie, you are not cheating another person. You are cheating your own self. So, to be truthful, that means always you speak your truth. You live your truth, you speak your truth. Your words should be always the truth of the highest order. No manipulation. So this is Satya. And your focus is always on the Satya. See, the definition of truth is that which is eternal is truth. That which is eternal is the truth. So your focus is on the eternal things, not on temporary things. Your Atma is eternal. Your soul is eternal. Your life journey is eternal. You take many, many lifetimes. You take many bodies, but the bodies come and the bodies go. The mind come and the mind goes, but the soul remains. So that is Satya. So your focus is on your soul. So every experience in your life you see from the soul perspective. In every challenge, you will learn the lessons. You are not entangled in the challenges, but you try to learn the lessons through your challenges. Satya simply means truthfulness. Okay. Then comes the third point, asteya. Asteya means non-stealing or non-jealousy. You cannot feel jealousy towards anybody. You cannot steal others' hard work. Non-stealing and not feeling jealous. You appreciate everybody for their goodness. If somebody is doing better than you, you appreciate their goodness. You appreciate their hard work. But you cannot feel jealous. That should be your life principle. If your life principle is not feeling jealous on anybody, you rather appreciate everybody. You rather learn from everybody. That should be your life principle. And what you want, you earn through your hard means. Hard work, smart work. But you don't steal from others. You don't take credit for others' efforts. You recognize others' efforts. And you don't take credit for others' efforts. So this is asteya. Right. So first, I'll quickly refresh. I'll go through the points and then we'll go one by one. Okay. So yamas and niyamas. When you perfect the yamas and niyamas, that means you are heading in the path of liberation, moksha. In your practical, this is practical spirituality. So in your practical day-to-day life, what you have to, how you have to live your life, what you need to do for the liberation, for the salvation. So this is practical spirituality. The first point in yamas, there are 5 yamas. The first point is ahimsa. The second is satya. The third point is asteya. The fourth is brahmacharya. And the fifth is aparigraha. So these are all Sanskrit words. I'll explain one by one. So the first point we already discussed, ahimsa. First point is non-violence. Second point is satya. Be truthful. Always be truthful. Come what may. You always speak your truth. Okay. So that is just a second. Yeah, 1 minute. Okay. So always speak your truth. Never ever speak lies. If you are speaking lies, you are cheating yourself. That is a point you have to understand. And you have to live for the truth, even if death comes. Like the example is all enlightened masters. Even if death comes, you always speak the truth because you know there is no death. So you should always be truthful to yourself. To yourself, be truthful to yourself. That is the point. Your thoughts, your words, your actions should be in alignment. This is called authenticity. Okay. Your authenticity simply is like what you think is what you speak is what you do in execution. This is practical spirituality. Okay. So the third point is asteya. Asteya means non-jealousy. Like you don't need to feel jealous upon anybody. Always appreciate others. Learn from others. Only when you appreciate others, you can learn from others. So that is the point to remember. If you feel jealous, only you will suffer. Your jealousy, it will not hurt others. You feeling jealousy will hurt only you. So always, whenever at any point of time you catch hold of yourself that you are feeling jealous on somebody, then immediately replace that with appreciation. So when you start appreciating that person, then you learn from that person. And then you are able to see that, okay, that other person is the same as me. Why should I feel jealousy on the person? So he's also a soul and I'm also a soul. So why should I feel jealous? Okay. So, and also asteya, other meaning is non-stealing. You should not take, stealing means not only the materialistic stealing, you should not take credit for others' efforts. Okay. You should always recognize others' efforts. This is the sign of a true leader. A true leader is one who acknowledges everybody, but never takes credit for anything. Okay. You always acknowledge others' efforts, others' hard work, but don't take credit for others' hard work. Okay. So the next point is Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya, some people have some misunderstandings with Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya means non-involvement in the sexual activities or not getting married. It is not correct. Brahmacharya means, Brahma means creation. Brahmacharya means all the time you are operating from the soul consciousness. So that means that in every single thing in your life, you see from the soul perspective. You are not seeing from the mind perspective. You are seeing from the soul perspective. And you always remember the life is a drama. There is nothing nitya here. The entire life is anitya. The life is just a drama. Play the drama perfectly well. You are a husband, play the role of a husband perfectly well. You are a wife, play the role of the wife perfectly well. Whatever the roles you have taken, you are an employee, you are an employer, you are a teacher, you are a student, you are a brother, you are a sister. Whatever the role you have taken, play the role perfectly. But don't forget that you are playing a role. It is just a drama. So this is Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya means you perfectly play the roles without getting attached to the roles because you know that you are a soul. You are neither male nor female. You are beyond male and female bodies. You are beyond all the roles you play. You are pure consciousness. So all the time, every day, you remember that you are a consciousness, you are an Atma. So when you always remember that you are an Atma, you are in Brahmacharya. Okay. So fifth point is aparigraha. Aparigraha means you focus only on your needs, not on the greed. You live life with minimum resources, and the excess resources you share it with others. You are a minimalist. Whatever is minimum, you need some food to take care of the body. You need one or two clothes. And whatever you need, the basic needs, you take care of it. But your focus is on serving others, taking care of others. Your resources are not only for you. This is the point you need to understand, my dear friends. Whatever the resources you have, it is not only for you, it is for everybody. Whatever you need, you take it. And the excess, you share it with others. Okay. So this is aparigraha. Once again, let us repeat. First point is ahimsa. The second point is satya. The third point is asteya. The fourth point, Brahma. So these are all you should have this as a principle of your life. As a principle of your life. When it comes to the aparigraha, the final point, it is such a beautiful point. You not only take care of yourself, you take care of others. For example, you have $100. You need only $10 for your expenditures. You have $90. That $90, you share it with other needy people. But instead of going on the greed, instead of going on the luxuries and lavish spending, you cut down all that and you share that valuable resources for others' welfare. So this is how you take care of the family. The whole world is your family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The whole world is your family. You take care of the whole world. That is aparigraha. This should be your life principle, which simply means you're always in seva, service. You have the attitude of sharing. You have the quality of sharing to others. Whatever is in excess, you share it with others. Not only money, anything you have in excess, knowledge, okay, your abilities, your talents, you always share it with others. So this is aparigraha. This should be your principles. And you might say that I'm not perfect yet in that principle, but try to focus on it. Step by step, bit by bit, you focus on this. Yes, you are not in complete ahimsa. Yes, you become a vegetarian, but once in a while you hurt somebody. So be aware of it. Don't try to hurt others. Do your best. Every day you do your best towards non-violence. Every day you do your best towards satya. You might say that 90% I always speak the truth, but 10% of the time sometimes I don't speak the truth because because of the fear or because of some judgments. You are not yet there, but it's okay. But you do your best. Every day you do your best. Try to be truthful. Increase your awareness through meditation every day and try to be truthful. You do your best. Whenever you are doing your best towards speaking your truth, you are in Satya. You are in the path of Satya. See, it might take 10 lifetimes, it might take one lifetime. Doesn't matter. But these principles has to be perfected. Are you making anu efforts, little bit of efforts, anu prayatna? Are you making that anu prayatna or maha prayatna? That doesn't matter. But are you making prayatna? That matters. Efforts. Prayatna means efforts. Anu means little bit. Maha means great. You start with anu prayatna. You start with a little bit of efforts towards the life principles. Slowly, slowly, you become perfected. So once again, yamas means perfect control on your life principles. So these are the 5 principles. Now let us go to niyamas. When it comes to niyamas, the first point is Saucha. Saucha means cleanliness. Cleanliness has 2 aspects, inner cleansing and external cleansing. When you take impure food or junk food, then your system, your inner system is not pure. Your bowel movements, your physical body, everything should be healthy. So for that, you need to cleanse your body. So go for the detox. You don't need to eat every day. 1 day a week, you be on fasting. So whenever you practice fasting, then you are going through the internal cleansing process. You give rest to your digestive system for 1 day. Take only liquids 1 day per week. Then your inner system goes through a cleansing process. Don't take too much food. Don't take too little food. Eat the right quantity. Always there should be 25% hunger left after eating the meal. That is the right way of eating. You are hungry to eat 4 idlis. Eat only 3 idlis. A little bit hunger should be left. Then your system works well. Automatically, the detox happens. When the hunger is there, then you can enjoy the next meal. And you eat minimum. If you eat too much, you are polluting your system. If you eat according to your need, then the inner system is clean. And also external. When it comes to the external, your house has to be clean. Every day you have to clean your house. You have to clean your rooms, you have to clean your house, you have to clean your kitchen every day. Now, when it comes to niyamas, this is perfect control on everyday affairs. When we spoke about yamas, it is life principles. But when it comes to niyamas, this is everyday principles. So every day you have to clean. You have to clean, go through the internal cleansing water. I mean, how do you do the internal cleansing? Drink a lot of water and focus on the external cleansing by cleaning your house, cleaning your surroundings. Some people, they focus on only cleaning the house and throw the garbage on the street. No, you make sure that your surroundings are also clean. There is a saying, cleanliness is next to godliness. Because where there is cleanliness, the God is willing to come. If your house is clean, then Lakshmi and all the gods and goddesses, whatever you say, they are willing to come. If your house is dirty, humans also will not come. Forget about gods. So you should go through this Saucha as a very intense. You should take it you should not take it lightly. It's very, very important. Some people, they live in dirty houses and their minds are also dirty. You can notice it. If you are feeling tensed, worried, the house, and you will see there is a certain freshness you feel from within. When you clean your surroundings, you're also cleaning the garbage within your mind. It is directly related. Give away the unwanted things. Make your house your ashram. Okay, so the first step is Saucha, cleanliness. Cleanliness is internal cleanliness and also external cleanliness. And number 2, Santosha. Second point is Santosha. Santosha means happiness. You are happy. Happiness is your mantra of life. You should have happiness as a mantra of life. You are happy for any given situation. Manam maduram, avamanam maduram. Somebody praises you, okay, you are happy. Somebody scolds you, okay, you are happy. You have a profit in the business, you are happy. You got a loss in the business, you are happy. So you have to understand life goes in ups and downs. Life goes in ups and downs. Every day there will be a lot of challenges in life. You should be able to enjoy every situation. How do you enjoy every situation? When you see from the soul perspective. When you see that every challenge is an opportunity to learn lesson, when you remember every challenge is an opportunity to learn some lessons, then you are no more sad. You are happy. You are happy because you got an opportunity to learn something. So this should be your everyday principle. Every day you should follow it. And I would recommend you write all those 5 yamas and 5 niyamas and paste it on your wall so that every day you see that and you remember that this is what I need to follow. So we are speaking about moksha. So when you perfect these yamas and niyamas in your day-to-day life, when you have a perfect principles in your life, then you have perfect principles in your day-to-day life. When you're practicing it, you are heading towards liberation. As simple as that. We are speaking practical spirituality, my dear friends. So Santosha, somebody is born, you are happy a new soul has come. Somebody vacated the body, you are happy that that soul has gone back home. You give a grand farewell. That's why in India we celebrate death with music and dance and all the things. Death is a celebration because the soul has gone back home. So we celebrate, we give a grand farewell, knowing that we meet them again. We meet them again in the higher dimensions. We meet them again in the next lifetime. The bodies will be different, the roles will be different, but the same soul you are going to meet again. When you love somebody, that is not going to go waste. You will definitely meet them in other dimensions, in other lokas. Even on the planet Earth, you will meet them again in the next incarnation. You are happy for everything. Somebody is born, you are happy. Somebody vacated, you are happy. You got a loss in the business, you are happy. You got a profit in the business, you are happy. You are happy in every given moment because you don't see from positive, negative. You are no more into the positive, negative space. You are into the experience space. Okay. So that's the second point, Santosha. The third is tapaha. Tapaha, tapas. Tapaha means reduce your physical needs. You are speaking too much, reduce your speech. You are eating too much, reduce your food. You are sleeping too much, reduce your sleep. Reduce your sleep requirements, reduce your food requirements, and reduce unnecessary talk. Reduce all, you don't gossip. Don't speak a single word unnecessarily. This is tapas. This should be your everyday affair. Reduce your sleep and sit in meditation or read some books or spend that time in some creative activities. Reduce your food intake, reduce your sleep requirements, and reduce your unnecessary speech. Tapaha means you reduce all the requirements of the body and keep it to the minimum. Some people, they think tapaha means, oh, reduce the sleep means don't sleep. No, no, no. Your body, your soul doesn't need sleep, but your flesh and bones, your body needs some rest. The sleep is a gift of nature. But you reduce the sleep. You are sleeping 8 hours, reduce it to 6 hours and utilize the 2 hours for sadhana, for meditation sadhana, for Svadhyaya sadhana, for Sajjana Sangatya sadhana. You're eating too much. Reduce the food intake. This is tapas. Okay. The fourth point, Svadhyaya. Every day you have to read a book. At least for 1 hour. At least for 1 hour, you have to read a book. Any spiritual book. That should be your everyday affair. Once again, niyamas means perfect control on day-to-day affairs, everyday affairs. So without reading a book, you should never go to your bed. Without reading your book, you should never go to your bed. This is Swadhyayam. Swa-adhyayam, self-study. The more you read books, the more you learn a lot about yourself. The more you read books, the more you learn a lot about yourself. This Swadhyayam. So the first is Saucha, Santosha, second. Third is Tapas. Fourth is Svadhyaya. Fifth is Ishvara Pranidhana. Ishvara Pranidhana means you see God in everybody. Whenever deep into their eyes, this is very important. When you're speaking to somebody, you look deep into their eyes and you see their soul and you speak to them, you interact with them, you deal with them from a soul reference. That means you are not seeing their body, you are seeing their soul. And you see Ishwar, God. You see God in every single being. You see God in every person within your family. You see God in your neighbors. You see God in animals. You see God in plants, trees. You see God in every living creature. That is Ishvara Pranidhana. To see God in everybody, first you have to see God within you. First, you have to realize that you are a God yourself. You are God, then everybody else is God. You are able to see everybody as God. Ishvara Pranidhana. And you might ask a question, sir, it is very difficult to see God when somebody is doing some trouble to me. It's very difficult. No, it is not difficult. When you understand that he is playing a role, but he is actually a God who has come in the human body. He is playing his own role. So you will respond to the situations instead of reacting to the situations. This is again a key. When you're able to see God in everybody, then you know how to respond to the situation. You know how to respond to the people instead of reacting to the people. You respond with respect because you see God in everybody. Once again, there are 5 yamas and there are 5 niyamas. It's not audible?
So not able to hear.
Not able to hear. Just now not able to hear?
Yeah, now it's we are able to hear, sir.
Okay. So once again, there are 5 yamas and 5 niyamas. And when you perfect these yamas and niyamas, you are in the path of mukti, moksha, liberation. So this is practical spirituality. The yamas and niyamas are practical spirituality. When you have perfect control on your life principles, when you have perfect control on your day-to-day affairs, let it take its own time. It can take 1 lifetime, 2 lifetimes, 10 lifetimes, doesn't matter. But when your focus and your efforts is towards the perfection of these yamas and niyamas, you are heading in the path of liberation. Okay. For these yamas and niyamas, meditation is a must. Without meditation, it is difficult to perfect the yamas and niyamas. Okay. Meditation becomes very, very essential. The more you meditate, the more you are able to perfect your yamas and niyamas. Yamas and niyamas simply means discipline. Discipline towards your life and discipline towards your day-to-day activities. Meditation alone cannot give you moksha. Meditation is the first step, my dear friends. You need to understand. Meditation is the first essential step. But with meditation, you are able to have perfect control on your principles. You can have perfect control on your everyday affairs. You see, within this 5 yamas and 5 niyamas, when you mastered this 5 yamas and 5 niyamas, then you are a liberated person. You're a perfect enlightened person. When you're able to see God in yourself and you're able to see God in everybody, then you are enlightened. Okay, every day you are clean, and every day you speak the truth, and every day you read books, and every day you see God in everybody, then you are already an enlightened master. Right? You have perfect control in your principles, life principles. You are a non-violent person. You are a sensitive person. You respect every life. You don't want to kill any animals. You don't want to harm anybody. You're always speaking your truth. And you always remember that you are a soul. You always remember that, life is a drama. You have come here to enjoy life. You have come here to learn from the life, right? And you are not jealous on anybody. You don't take credits for others' efforts. You always appreciate others, right? So when you have these qualities, you are a perfected master. You are an enlightened master. This is really liberation. Okay. So there is more to come. I think in the next week, we'll continue this. But it is important you write down this 5 yamas and 5 niyamas and paste it on the wall where you are able to see every day. Make an effort towards that. This is how you develop your self-mastery. Can you please continue meditation? But we'll end the session here and we'll meet you again next week. Namaste to all.